Now here's a system overview of the data delivery HPCC section divided into two parts, the data delivery section or ROXY and the data factory. So we can focus on this a little bit more. You have the firewall on top, and marked in blue is really the components that deliver the data to the customer. Starting at the very bottom here, we have the ROXY data delivery engine. And note, through a load balancer and through ESP servers, we communicate with the outside world via network switches and some sophisticated hardware. Our data factory components, as you can see, we have the Thor cluster in the lower right. And we also have a landing zone, which takes incoming data, puts it onto the cluster. And we use a variety of other components that work with Thor and also with ROXY, including LDAP, Dolly, Sasha, our attribute repository, and the ECL server. All of these components will be discussed in upcoming lessons. Here's another look at the architecture, dividing the components and functions into their specific servers. Starting from the top, we have client interfaces, things like the ECL IDE, and a variety of command line tools, ECL+, DFU+. We have the ECL Watch, which is our web-based service that allows us to examine the state of the cluster, the state of the work units, and a variety of other things. And so once again, we have our end user services. We also have web services ECL, which again is used to test our queries on any of the cluster platforms. And then through an external communication layer called ESP, here's the components of the internal cluster, which we're going to examine in detail in upcoming lessons. And finally, our two data storage clusters, which are Thor and ROXY appropriately. And also notice that all data from the outside world lands on Thor. Nothing gets sprayed directly to ROXY, as ROXY is designed to be read-only. A lot more on this in upcoming lessons. Just wanted to give you an overview of the application flow of an HPCC cluster.